Something we've mentioned a lot, but we haven't explained, is a list. If we have more than one item, so for example a shopping list or list of ingredients, if we have more than one item, we can create a list in real life, and we can in Python as well. So these are called data structures. So let's start off here. We've got our example. My list equals first question, second question, third question. If we print that, you can see it prints what we can see. Now, what we can do as well, we can use our loops to see each item. Let's say for I in my list, print I. Or let's say Q for question. Q for question, and now we can print it, and you can see we print first question, second question, third question. So you could see how this might be useful for our Who Wants to Be a Millionaire program. We could have A and B and C and let's say for example D. Now we're going to print them, and we've got A, B, C and D. So our list is a way of storing and accessing more than one thing. Now, don't need to be letters or strings. We could say, we could use numbers. And we run that. We've got our numbers. You can see we've got the square brackets, and then we have what's inside our list. Each item is separated by a comma. We can even have a mixture. So here we're going to put, instead of 3, we're going to use C, and 5 is a string rather than a number. We're going to run that, and you can see it still prints on each line, each item, 1, 2, C, 4 and 5. Okay, so in a list, doesn't have to be the same data. We can use different things. Square brackets, and inside we have our items. We've already seen the loops. So here we've got a for loop with our list name, and we can print it. Okay. Now, when we used range, can you remember when we used range? Let's say we have range and we've got 5 items. Now if we print I, can you remember it went from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 items. Here we've got 5 items. Now what I'm going to do, this might seem a bit confusing, but each item in our list has an index, like a number related to the place. Okay, so what you might think, let's use a comment. You might think that the first item would be in place 1, and the second item in place 2, and then place 3, and then place 4, and then place 5. That's what you might think. But actually it's not. The first item is at place 0, and then it's gone from there. So this is 5 items are in the index position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it seems really weird, but you can see we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we want to access something, we'll use that loop very shortly. I'm just going to comment that out. Let's say I print, and I've got my list, and again with square brackets, I want to print one item in position 1. Remember, position 1 isn't here. Let's change these numbers to make it a bit easier. So we've got 10, 20, C, 14, 5. Okay. So print my list, square brackets, the position at 1. So you think it's the first one, but actually it's not. You can see it's 20. If we wanted to print that 10, it's position 0. Okay, so you've got the list name and the position. Okay, so if I was to say position 3, what would it print? Print 40. Okay, so this can be very confusing. The way to think of it is the first position, that's where the list starts, and from that, how far away from the first position is it? So this is at the start, then this is 1 away, 2 away, 3 away, 4 away. Okay, now go back to our for loop. Now we're going to print, we can print I, which is going to give us 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my list, and then I we're going to use as the position. So we're going to print the list item using 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We run this and you can see 10, 20, C, 45. So this can be quite confusing. Lists are quite straightforward, but the fact that they start in the position 0 rather than 1 can be very strange.